You were, I believe you moved up to a district management position. You were set to inherit kind of like a bigger role with the group. And then this opportunity came up with your friend in the Pacific Northwest out in Seattle at Equity. And there's a really incredible, funny story that goes along with this transition and kind of when you landed in Seattle. Tell the listeners and the viewers what that was, because I think they'll get a good laugh out of that.
Yeah, so let's say it's summer of 1998. I'm sitting around doing something with the community, and I get a call on the phone, and the gentleman's name is Jim Weismiller. He's one of my really good friends still to this day. His wife is Jackie. She actually was my supervisor at the time, or was at one point. They left. They moved to Seattle. Jim calls while he's in Seattle. Says, I have this job. It's the title is general manager. The two communities are out in Silverdale, Washington, which is just kind of due west of Seattle proper by ferry. And I'd like for you to come and be the general manager. What do you think? I looked around, took inventory of my life at the time. It was my girlfriend, myself, and whatever was in my apartment. And I said, sure, let's do that. So I talked to my girlfriend. She is equally excited about doing it. So we pack up a U-Haul. We drive cross country to Seattle and unpack. And it rains for the first 91 days in a row that I lived there. And I'm thinking, wow, this place is really dreary and dark and rainy all the time. But I think I mentioned to you that one of the very first things I did when I got to Seattle, mind you, I grew up in a really small town in the Bible Belt, so very conservative in nature. So the very first thing that I do when I get to Seattle, I go to a festival called Bumbershoot. Some of you might be familiar with that. And so I recall, and I was with Jim and Jackie at the time, and I walk in the entry gates at Bumbershoot, and let's say we're 100 yards into the festival, and I see a young man and a young woman rolling joints on the top part of their baby carriage and lighting up. And I remember thinking to myself, I was very oddly open-minded in the same respect. I had no idea what to do with that moment, except to
Yeah.
think, oh my goodness, where am I?
Yeah.